Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I'd like to welcome Marlene Cronin on today. So Marlene's an exceptional psychic and light language channel. Her videos help thousands of people all over the world connect with energy, clear energy, and access their gifts. So thank you for talking with me today, Marlene.
It's my pleasure, absolutely.
So I love these beautiful words on your website. So it's don't let others pull you into their storm, pull them into your peace. And I think that really fits with what we're talking about today. So, we have this sort of collective energy and we can kind of, tap into it and control it. So when we talk about collective energy and particularly at the moment, collective fear, what exactly does that mean and how are we experiencing it?
Okay, so when we talk about collective fear in relation to where we are right now, so if you imagine that people, it's unprecedented really, everyone in the world can relate to each other directly now because we're all on lockdown and we're all focusing on the virus. So for a lot of people, focusing on the virus brings up a lot of fear. It brings up fear around death, fear around losing loved ones. It can bring up grief as well if you've already lost loved ones. Um, and if there's a majority feeling that energy, then especially people who are empathic, who feel the energy of other people, they're really going to feel this very strongly. Um, and there's also then those that are focusing on the higher frequency, that are choosing to see this as an opportunity to experience love, to experience deeper connection with their families, to go inward and kind of dive into, their inner work because they have the time now. So what I always say is that if you can imagine, it's like a stream, like an energy stream. And when the collective is so focused as it is right now, you can shift your energy to move onto the energy stream that you choose. So if you're focusing on fear, especially if you're watching the media, the news, it's going to garner some strong feelings for you. And then you might kind of think that they're your thoughts and feelings, but it's not. You're actually on the stream of millions of people thinking those thoughts. So if you go into fear, which is normal, but if you stay there and keep focusing on it, it's like you're amplifying the signal. It's the same as a radio signal, a radio channel. So when you turn on a channel and it's big, and you keep tuning and tuning, and then you get the signal. That's kind of what it's like when you're fearful and switch out of it, then you're switching out of it. But if you keep tuning to it, you keep going, oh my God, what's going to happen? And you go down that rabbit hole, then you're tuning, and there you are on that stream. So
Yeah.
then you're in there with millions of people. So it's going to feel very heightened, very amplified, nightmares, a feeling of stress or exhaustion in your body for very strong impacts. They can be in bed for the day. They might be able to get out of bed, which people have been reaching out to me.
Yeah.
Likewise, if you tune your frequency to low vibration, if you choose to see this as that the process of life is perfect and it's out exactly right, and you keep on focusing on that and focusing on that this is perfect because we have the opportunity now to connect on a very profound level, then you're going to feel kind of bliss states coming up in the body. You're going to
Yeah.
feel the joyfulness that other people are going to be irritated by
Yeah.
because they're like, why is that? But you're just going to feel very peaceful
Yeah.
and at ease with it all. It's not to say that you don't feel compassion for those that have lost loved ones or are genuinely suffering, but you don't go down into fear with it.
You don't need to become overwhelmed by it.
Don't become
Yeah. I
exactly.
I keep feeling very peaceful and blissful, and I feel almost guilty for it, like I should be,
I
you know.
understand
Yeah,
completely. And I will say as well that if you are on social media, if you are on Facebook and Instagram and those things, sometimes then when people are in a state of fear and they're not comfortable with that, they will lash out. So what I'm seeing a lot on social media feeds is anger,
yeah,
people judging each other, It happened to me the other day, and I shared a post yesterday about using Ho'oponopono to kind of move through it. But my buttons were pushed. My buttons were pushed on social media because my vibration was low, because I was feeling tired, I was feeling low, and I reacted from a defensive,
Yeah. Yeah.
and kind of responded in a kind of a "who do you think you are" kind of way.
Yeah.
But then when I sat with it, it was like, oh my God, I just totally got caught up
In the
in
wrong frequency. Yeah.
judgy frequency. So I had to then um take myself off for a walk, and I just repeated the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. Don't know if you're familiar with it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, give me, thank you, I love you. I find that miraculous for moving through
Yeah.
bumpy. I slept great and I feel great today.
Fantastic.
So yeah, not to judge yourself if you get caught up is what I'm trying to say. It's practically impossible to be on the love stream all the time.
Yeah.
It might slip off, but it's the awareness then of going, okay, I feel like crap. My thoughts are all jangly. And then to try and shift
And
yourself
you go,
out.
okay, yeah, I'll switch over. Okay, fantastic. So how can we tell the difference between our own feelings of fear and the collective fear?
Okay. So what I would say to people when they ask me questions, how, like, as empaths, how to separate themselves from other people. And people will always roll their eyes when I say this, but daily meditation.
Yeah.
If you just take 10 minutes, and this is what I say to people, if you're really resistant to it, when you sit on the toilet, put your hand on your heart and say, I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful to connect. And you just say that for as long as you're sitting there. You get up, you wash your hands, negative into positive as you're washing your hands, and then off you go. Because some people are so resistant to it that
Yeah.
if you say when you're sitting on the toilet, they kind of go with that. But if you can do 10 minutes, and all I say is put your hand on your heart, focus on your breath, and your mind will wander off. But the minute you realize your mind has wandered off, you bring it back to the breath again.
Yeah.
When you do that, when you build up that 10-minute practice, what happens is it starts to stretch, and you're like, oh, this is delicious. I want to stay here a little bit longer. And then what happens is you become very familiar with your own energy. You
Yeah.
become very familiar with what your energy field feels like. Because in meditation, you're clearing as well. So then when you see a message or somebody rings you and you feel the tightening immediately, you know then in that moment, if you're paying attention to your body, okay, this isn't my energy.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's energy shoving in. And some people are so overlain with other people's energy, they don't know who they are underneath it all. So that's why I say start slowly with meditation. Then you'll start to feel your own vibration. And then you'll be with people and you'll be instantly tired, or you'll start yawning, or you'll tighten up. And then if you're aware, you'll say, okay, this person is pulling on my energy.
Yeah.
You'll just have an awareness of it then,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Um, so that's probably the clearest, simplest way, because otherwise, if you have to have an understanding of your own energy field first. So
Yeah.
whatever gets you there, going for walks, I always find it extremely meditative when I walk. I don't bring earphones or anything like that. And it's always where I connect in with my own spirit. Um, and I always feel recharged when I come back. So for some people, it could be, I know another lady loves to sit with a particular tree. For other people, it can be painting or drawing, sewing, knitting, um, anything to do that will put you into like distracting the logical mind with something to do
Yeah.
opens up the conscious mind then. So
Yeah.
you become much more aware of your surroundings and the subtleties. But it takes time. It's not something that you need to rush. It takes time, but very, very quickly, if you bring full attention to it, you can start to see very clearly then what's yours and what's not. But just on a basic level, with the energy we're in now, if you're getting up and you feel great and you're bubbling along, making your breakfast and everything feels great, and then you look at the news and whoom,
Yeah.
you're down, or you look at your Facebook feed and you're like this nearly on your phone trying to protect your body, then
Yeah.
know then your body is telling you very strongly, okay, this isn't resonant with you. This is not your energy. And then what I always say to people is the minute you feel it, then you say, okay, I send this back with consciousness, or I send it back with awareness to whomever it came from or wherever it came from. I release the need to hold on to it. And you'll find your belly relaxing and the energy just goes back. When you send it back with consciousness or with awareness, it means it's going back to the person, and they become aware of what they're sending out. So you're kind of doing them a favor.
You're helping them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're keeping your space, safe. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic.
That's what I want to teach children as well.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to navigate. There are a lot of very empathic children coming up now.
Yeah.
To teach them what's theirs and what isn't, especially with school. When kids are in school and they come home and they're like, oh, and they're so exhausted. I used to be exhausted when I come home from school.
Yeah.
But it's literally all the energy, and
Yeah.
it's the teacher's energy. So if you can teach your child to start to become familiar, all right, how are you feeling without all these people around? I feel great, I feel relaxed, I feel stretchy, I feel like drawing. Great, remember that feeling.
Yeah.
And then when they go to school and they feel the tightening, or someone sits beside them and they can feel that they're sad, then all they have to say is, okay, I return this to the person who's feeling it with love. I keep my own energy clear.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
from a young age to be aware of their energy, clear their energy,
Yeah.
so that they're happier people then going forward.
That's good advice. I think kids are sort of born really knowing their own energy, and then over time it just sort of chips away, doesn't it? And it's good to give them those tools.
Yeah, they just get overlain with it. And I find that my own children and lots of the people I know as well are saying their kids are much more relaxed on this lockdown.
Yeah.
They're more chilled. They're getting on great with each other, and
Yeah.
things. So again, that's the child in its natural energy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So when they're coming home, they're aggy and just give me my dinner, or whatever they're kind of giving out. That's them trying to process what they've pulled in the course of 6 to 7 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. They've just sort of been pushed in a box, haven't they? So yeah.
Same with people coming home from work.
Yeah.
They're coming home on the train, or they're coming home on the bus, or even in a taxi, or they're walking, and by the time they get home, a lot of people just want something, tea, wine, whatever, just to decompress.
Yeah.
That to me is like, in a way, it's a very sad way to live.
Yeah.
The only time that you feel like yourself is when you come home,
Yeah.
and a huge part of your day where you're actually in survival mode.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So it's becoming aware of your energy and the energy that you're picking up.
Much more easy to move around in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. So what other energies are people experiencing at the moment? So are there other energies coming in from spirit, or what other things going on?
I don't know if this is kind of a reach for a lot of your listeners, but like anyone who's familiar with the Schumann resonance, so it's the vibration of the earth, has been experiencing like huge spikes. So Sunday, just for an example, Sunday I got up and I felt like I was hit by a truck. I was completely wiped, had zero energy, just stayed in my pajamas for the day, which is not like me. And I knew there was a Schumann spike.
Ah,
And it was like practically nearly a whiteout. There was so much energy came in.
yeah,
So if you can imagine, as an empath, you're very, which I imagine a lot of your, if not all of your listeners are, you're connected to frequency. You can feel the vibration of other people. That goes for the earth as well.
yeah,
So the planet at this time is going through her own sort of upgrading process. And we are directly affected because we're connected. So our bodies and her body are connected energetically. So when she surges, we're going to feel it as well.
yeah,
So like I described it with the exhaustion, is usually how it hits me. For other people, it can be very intense dreams, insomnia, rapid heartbeat, I can get that as well. Like it feels like my heart's going to come out of my chest. Eye blurriness, I've had that for a couple of days. Headaches, nausea, diarrhea. It's not pleasant, but you know that like if your body is really going with this energy, this vibration, it's going to purge. It's going to use it as you don't need. And what I feel is like I've been experiencing energy waves since like properly since I was 14. So I'm 47 now, so that's a long time. But what used to happen is it would happen maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, and we'd kind of get a break in between. We're not getting any breaks. We're not getting any
being
breaks.
bombarded.
What I say to people now is, if you get a good day, milk it for all it's worth. Do you know what I mean? Clean in, do your business, you know, write out your proposals, you know, go on a date, whatever, you know, really energy, because I will get a day like that and I'm like, yes, and I'll just run with it as much as possible. The majority of the days though are kind of an in-between or a bump. And when I get bumped, then I just, as much as possible, do as little as I can and let my, because if you can imagine, Natalie, and I'm sure you're familiar with it, when the vibration is very high in your body, it's your body has to process it. So your spirit is like, yes, let's use this energy.
Out.
Your body is like, oh, for God's sake, give me a break. But it's your body has to process it. Because you're in a human body and you have to live here, you know, and this time here. But your body will take a hit, you know. And just for the hey-hays, right? What you'll find with a lot of you out there listening, and you should try it and see, right? As your body is upgrading and as you're bringing in more of the crystalline frequency, the light frequency in your body, you see sparkles in your skin.
Okay.
Like I've shared that on my page, and then I get a big rush of people going, oh my God, look at my sparkles. If you tilt the skin, you see like little glitter sparkles in your skin. So if you go through, and some people will see them in their hair or their nails. Like I said, now I know it's a bit woo, but for me, it can be a sort of a comfort in that, okay, we're going through these horrendous at times energy changes, but look, we're doing it. You know, if you see the little or whatever, it can kind of give you a bit of validation that it's going somewhere anyway. You know what I mean? It's not an endless loop of suffering.
Things are happening, and so the ultimate goal is that we will sort of raise our frequency. Would you say is that, you know, if someone doesn't really know much about this stuff, would you say that's the ultimate goal? Is eventually we'll be holding more light, we'll be operating at a higher frequency?
It's like a tipping point, and that's what I feel is happening. Is that more and more people are being sort of awakened, and you find that a lot of people in this lockdown, because they have no other option but to sit with their feelings, which is very important for a lot of people. They will go through their dark night of the soul. They will go through this process of existential angst of, why am I here? What is the purpose of my life? And this is what will happen in this time for a lot of people. So those of us that have been doing this work for a long time then can like shine a light, you know what I mean? And it's like, look, I've been there, you're okay.
It's okay.
In this direction, slowly.
It's better on the other side,
And then you'll find people like, oh, they're awake and they're active and their gifts are coming in and they're like, oh my God, this is happening, I don't know what to do with it. I find a lot of people like that as well. They're like just dropping into really strong clairsentient, clairvoyant, you know, those kind of psychic gifts and healing gifts are just really pouring out now. Brilliant. So they need somebody to kind of say, again, you're okay, slow down, you know, you're all right, you know, just to give a bit of calm. You know,
channel it in the right direction. Fantastic. So what tools are available to us right now? So things that are going to help us clear any fear, any residual fear we've got, you know, maybe past life stuff, and help us to clear that, collective fear. So we talked briefly about meditation. Is there anything else that people can do to really get to that energy?
Really helpful at the moment is, I don't know if you've heard of Wim Hof. I'm sure some of you have, the ice mask. So what I found, and I'm finding it really, really helpful, is he has a guided breath meditation. It's only about 10 minutes. It's 3 rounds of breathing. It's on YouTube. So it's basically you inhale deeply, exhale, inhale deeply, exhale for 30 breaths. Then you hold it for as long as you can. So I can only do 45 seconds. Then you breathe out, or you breathe in on the 45, hold it for another 20, and then go into another round. What it does is it alkalizes your body.
Okay.
So it's like stress is acidic in the body. Stress is, it's what causes disease and discomfort and whatever. So by doing that breath, you're actually alkalizing all the stress that you've created in your body, either through eating chemicals or your thoughts you're thinking or the environment you're living in. Coupled with a cold shower in the morning has been revelatory for me. Honestly, I know, like when I started, it was 30 seconds of, but now I'm in there for 2 minutes, turning around, really, really enjoying it. But what I found is when the cold water would hit my throat or my heart, in my light language sessions, I expel a lot. And what I found was when the cold water was hitting me, I was expelling. So interesting for me. It was like the cold water helped me to empty out the negative energy that I was holding overnight or in dreams or whatever. That was fascinating for me. So, but the cold water as well is going to teach you how to, I suppose, push the limits of what you think you're capable of. It's only the cold, but we act like, oh, we have to be warm all the time. So when you're talking about ways to kind of clear the energy or help yourself, definitely alkalizing your body will put you into a more relaxed, receptive state. And it will also, the cold water shower, if you look into people who have done it, it's cleared up their panic attacks. It clears up anxiety. It gives you a feeling of just being, I suppose, in command of yourself. And that's what we need in this kind of energy. We need to feel that we have autonomy. That we have control over our own experience. And this kind of exercises will help. Also, if you're kind of caught up in the energy of it and you feel, a bit out of it, bring your attention to your senses. So what can I taste? What can I smell? So for me, essential oils are very important. Like before I came in here now, my head was a little bit foggy. So I put some orange oil on my hands, took some deep inhales. But the orange will lift your spirit as well. So I find essential oil is very, very helpful. And Epsom salt, because Epsom salt is pure magnesium. So if you have salt bath, again, that relaxes the nervous system, which will just put you in a more relaxed state, which is where all the meditation, the meditative energy comes from. So people resonate very strongly with crystals as well. Rose quartz, like you can meditate with the rose quartz on your chest. I usually find rose quartz very soothing. Getting out in nature, if you're near trees or whatever, consciously send any like jangly energy to the trees. Ask the trees permission first, though, because they're it's like
we don't want this.
So if you kind of send an appreciation to a tree first and say, look, I appreciate that you're here and I appreciate what you're bringing to this planet. Would it be okay for me to release my negative energy to you? You usually feel an opening if it's that sounds strange now, but I've been talking to trees all my life. So you kind of send that energy to them. You thank them, and you go away. It's just ways to utilize everything you have around you. Also, plants. I have so many peace lily plants in my house because they oxygenate the air. And the salt lamps the same way. I have about 5 around the house. the same way they ionize the air. So it's like being by the sea.
Yeah.
The way you come away from the sea and you feel great, and you're hungry, and you feel
Yeah.
everything. Salt lamps release the same
So it's
ion in the air.
neutralizing that energy. Yeah. And where does light language come into it then? So what effect can that have on your energy?
Light language is it's coded information, so it's light coded information. So what I find with light language is you don't need a lot of it. On my YouTube channel, it's usually 8 to 10 minutes. That's really, really potent and powerful. Even in my session, I channel for half hour. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of code. But what happens is, like I said earlier, about if you can occupy the logical mind with doing something, it opens the subconscious mind. So the light language, because you can't analyze it, you can't what are they saying? You can't think your way through it. It's a frequency, so it's received by body. So
Yeah.
you feel sensations in your body, or you feel really, really good, or some people will feel like they want to cry, but it's a good cry because it's releasing. They're extremely powerful. I'm not even going to pretend I know the depth and breadth of it. But what I will say is that when people ask me to translate it, I've never been interested in translating it with our words because our words really fall short.
Yeah.
Like if you think of our words for telling someone we love them, I love you. How many times have you felt so frustrated that those words don't even touch on the depth of
Yeah.
emotion and respect and admiration and gratitude you have for the person, but it's all in this I love you.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what, if you can imagine light languages, our words are basically the I love you. The light language is all that comes behind that.
The energy behind it. Yeah. And we want
So
to jump in and analyze it, don't we? So our left brain will be saying, well, what does this mean? What's that going to affect?
or
What's
it's
that
that
going to do?
weird,
If
or
it's
we start judging it, or
yeah.
that's correct or whatever. But
Yeah.
if you can kind of just push the judgments to the side and just let yourself be open to it, be curious about it, see where it moves in your body. And
Yeah.
I always think resonance is very important. So you may listen to certain light language speakers and it does nothing for you, or you might find yourself resistant to them. It's
Yeah.
it's the same in every modality. You might find Reiki practitioners that just really open you up, and others you're just it's resonance.
Yeah.
So I would say don't just listen without discernment.
Yeah.
Listen and see, okay, does that feel good? Does it feel like nourishing to me? And then stay with that energy.
Yeah.
And when it stops feeling nourishing, or if it feels like you're tightening, then move away from it for a while and try something different.
Yeah.
Definitely, a lot of people as well are using singing bowls, tuning forks, the same way that will like alter the vibration in your cells and bring them into a state of resonance.
Yeah.
So I'm in session. What I will often see with the light language is that they're tuning. It's like tuning an instrument. So they keep on using the same tone, and then bam. So
Okay.
it's tuning a guitar. You're
Yeah.
like drumming it. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
That's what the codes do. It's like it will move out what's not in alignment with you, or what doesn't feel resonant for
Yeah.
them, for you. Because we came in here with a perfect blueprint. We came in here with our plan, you know what I mean, for what we're meant to do. And some of us go off track a little bit because we get caught up in the world. So when you get sessions like that, or when you get light codes coming at you like that, it's bringing you back to your blueprint. It's bringing you back to what you came here to do, and then you feel very expansive and excited, and
Yeah.
and back
So
on it.
we're normally putting our energy all over the place, aren't we? And it's, more often than not, it's sort of fear-based. So it's kind of realigning with that. Yeah.
So
Amazing.
when, again, like we said at the beginning, when you're in your own energy, everything feels effortless because you're naturally then magnetizing things to you. Like my mantra years ago, I don't know if you know of Christy Marie Sheldon.
Yeah.
She's a healer. And years ago, I watched her and I said, I want to do what she can do. I asked Spirit, I said, let me do what she can do, right? And I kept saying that as a mantra. And then I started to be able to do it. And then she had this mantra, I get paid really well just for being me. And I was like, yes, that is my jam. So I kept saying that. I said, I get paid really well just for being me. All I have to do is show up as me, and everybody wants me. And it started to come about. People found me on YouTube. People find me in the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
And like I had, I had clients that like were like millionaires, like really big deal life coaches. And I'm like, I sit in my sitting room, you know what I mean? All basically me in the same spot. I am not sexy in any way. But I need to. But they found me and they
Yeah.
said we were drawn to your authenticity.
Yeah.
And I feel that comes from your own energy then,
Yeah.
because it's what's naturally you is going out, and
Yeah.
the people that you came here to help or to serve see you then shining bright.
Yeah.
If you're kind of overlaid with other people's energy, or your energy is going out all the time, putting out fires and soothing people, there's very little left to start shining. But
Yeah.
when you come back to yourself, and then your energy starts to really pulsate, and people start to feel you before they see you, or you start showing up in their dreams, which happens with me. Um, and then what happens is that you find that just by being you, just by radiating this energy, people around you change,
Yeah.
and the people who watch you change.
Yeah.
It's a frequency. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
And this is the energy that I feel when you were talking about that we're all going to raise our vibration. This is what I feel we're moving towards.
Yeah.
It's being fully yourself, fully authentic, without pretending, without hiding, without false humility. You're just shining out your gifts, not doing, just showing up for what excites you, makes you feel alive, and then off you go.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
not striving or pushing, or anyone that comes to me, they're saying I'm trying so hard. That actual vibration is like
It's
the
action
very
based. Yeah. I
door.
I have to say as well, when I talk to people about you or people that know of you and your work, they always say that you're really authentic. So
Oh,
it
that's
just goes to show, you're practicing what you're preaching. So
I couldn't be any other way. Like if I was expected to put musical backgrounds and
yeah.
but there's a place for me, and there's a place for those who have really flashy, sexy YouTube. There's
Yeah.
a place for all of us there.
Yeah.
People that are really visual probably won't be drawn to me. People that are really visual will be drawn to the person with all the lovely background and
Glitz and glamour
you know
and
what I mean?
yeah.
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 Whereas, again, it's very much resonance. Some
Yeah.
like that would look at me and go, "Oh my gosh, she's very boring." I'm move on to something else, but it's work. That's what I mean. We all have a part to play. We all have this beautiful energy. If we're
Yeah.
trying to be like somebody else, if I try to be like the really proficient kind of YouTube, I'd lose my essence.
Yeah.
I'd my thing up. Right, I'm feeling it. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's just me. I often show up on my videos with wet hair, or
Yeah.
you know, my lamp is only shining on half my face or whatever. But that's me. If they're giving me a strong push, it's like okay, and I just go straight on.
Yeah.
But it's much more beautiful to look at. And I
Yeah.
love the videos like that where they have these gorgeous mountain range backgrounds and ocean, and it's gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah. And you'd be attracting the wrong people anyway, wouldn't you? So yeah.
You're not attracting the
People that
true
you can help.
thing.
Yeah.
And there's the pressure, and I
Yeah.
don't like pressure. So if I started doing something like that, then I was feeling the pressure of maybe, a new location, or did I wear that jumper on a video already? You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
it will create a pressure in me,
Yeah.
which will reflect in my energy then when I'm giving it.
Yeah.
Whereas when I can relax and just have wet hair or whatever and give the energy, the people that don't care about what I look like are coming for the energy,
Yeah.
will be drawn to a more beautiful presentation. will find someone who does it with a beautiful presentation and will get
Yeah.
what they need.
And
So
yeah.
that's what I always say. Don't like, as much as possible, I try to be the same Marlene that you find on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, out in the street. You know, I try as much as possible to be the same way.
Yeah.
The only thing is with the YouTube, and I've had a couple of people are shocked when they come onto my Facebook and I use swear words and I use the F-bomb.
Yeah.
But again, I can't tidy that up out of my energy, or I would be again forcing something that's not natural for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't say F-bomb, then you can move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people, I think, and I don't know if you find that, Natalie, and some of your listeners will, people project onto you.
Yeah.
So a lot of people project onto my YouTube image as they see it, that
Yeah.
I'm not swearing, giving a light language, but I might on my page when I'm talking about something that is firing me up or making me laugh.
Yeah.
But I've had people say, this is not like your YouTube, or, you know, and they get so again, what I'm saying is, like, the more resonant you are with your own energy, you're not you're not in any danger then of losing anything or missing out on opportunities.
Yeah.
The more authentic you are, the more you're shining that out, the opportunities will just fall at your feet.
Yeah. Just,
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. So what can we do to change the collective energy to a more positive one? So our responsibility within that sort of collective energy, you know?
What I find is a lot of people are messaging me in a state of panic. What are we going to do about the world? Oh my God, you know? But I always say, you just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Can't really control anybody else. And even thinking, how are we going to change the collective energy into a positive one, is going to put you in fear. It's going to put you in a doing kind of an
Yeah.
energy. So if you come to it with a feeling of, okay, how is my energy right now? I don't know if you've ever heard of the guy, Dr. Hugh Leng. He worked extensively with Ho'oponopono in a mental institution.
Okay.
And all he did was sit at a desk and say Ho'oponopono for all of the inmates. And over the course of like 3 years, they have ended up shutting the institution down.
Oh,
Transformed everyone.
amazing.
His thing always is, there is no, like, the minute you say, put out a negative thought, or you roll your eyes at somebody, or in your head you're saying something bad about somebody else, in his opinion, you're affecting everyone with that energy.
Yeah.
It's not just the person you're thinking about.
Yeah.
So if you can look at it that way, that every time that I switch into a more resonant, heart-centered state, or a heart coherent state, I'm affecting the collective.
Yeah.
So every time that I choose to say, that even the whole Ho'oponopono prayer, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and you put that out to the collective, every one of us will feel it.
Yeah.
Hold the connection in your heart. You're cooking your dinner and you say, thank you that everybody has enough to eat. You bless your water and you say, thank you that everybody is drinking clean, sparkling water that gives them life, that brings them healing.
Yeah.
Every time you heal somebody else, you say, as much as it's for the highest good, any excess energy goes to the planet, goes to the collective. So your whole life can be a moving prayer then. And it becomes like, you can get more curious about it, and you can say, like, when you're lying in your bed, you can say, thank you so much for the comfort in my bed and the comfort of the collective.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean, Natalie? That's
true. Yeah.
that's how I do it. And I try to not think about the collective in that way. And then you can also say, I connect my meditative energy now, or my my heart energy, with everyone else in this moment who is coming from their heart, who is sending love to the collective. And then you're amplifying your own energy even more.
Yeah.
And all it takes is even in your mind, just to see the whole planet surrounded in whatever light makes you feel good, and see a picture of everyone like happy in a big ring around a rosy or whatever around the world. That's it. That's an intention.
Yeah.
It's an intention. Every time you laugh at something online, say thank you that everyone is laughing along with me. Thank you that everyone is enjoying this moment. That's all I can say. I know that people feel like it has to be a very big thing, or it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's really awareness that if you look at it, like I said, like Dr. Hugh Lynn does, that everything you say is affecting someone on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful realization, because then you start to catch yourself when you're judging, when you're withdrawing love from somebody, you're also withdrawing it from the collective, which is from yourself ultimately. So that's my take on it. See your daily life as an opportunity to raise the energy of everyone else. See everything you do and have fun with it. Even when you're on the loo, you say thank you that everyone has flushing in.
Yeah.
Thank you that all the waste in the world is now being transmuted into joy.
Yeah. So sort of moving away from recognizing that you're part of a collective as well as being an individual, tuning into your heart space, and then it's just setting intentions or being intentional about things that it's
powerful.
Yeah.
And there was a meditation done, I think it's Maharashi, where they had this huge collective of meditators in a city. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
And all meditated, and crime and everything dropped dramatically in the city as a result. So we have to remember our thoughts, our intention is creating all the time. Every single beat of our heart is, as long as we're breathing, we're creating an intention. As long as we're talking, we're creating an intention. And what I have to say, and it's very important, is that it's important to me, is that manifestation is rapid, really, really rapid, and karma, when it would take like maybe a couple of weeks, months, a year for it to come back. I'm finding it for myself, it's turning over really quickly.
Okay.
Like I had an experience the other night where 3 things I thought of or said about somebody else came back to me within the hour.
Oh, right.
Or I'm thinking about something, and I was debating whether to put it up, and then somebody said, "Oh, by the way, I've been watching blah blah blah. You should put it up." It's coming. Like, the more aware you are, the more in tune you are. Manifestation is rapid.
Yeah, so be careful.
Careful of your judgments. Be careful, because you'll find that it'll just come right back in the door.
Yeah.
Likewise, you can put a lot of really good energy out there, and that will come back to you as well. It's not to be fearful, it's just to be mindful.
That's just what's going on. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. So if somebody wants to work with you personally, what could you offer them, and how would they go about getting in touch with you?
I have a website, which is a bit of a mouthful. It's croninmarlene.wixsite.com/the spirit seer. It is another.
I will put the link down there.
I have a Facebook page. It's just Marlene Cronin. I have an Instagram page at the Spirit Seer. I'm on my YouTube channel is Marlene Cronin Light Language Healing. I'll just pop up immediately. But if you want to have a session with me, then you go through the website, or just message me, and we can set up a time on whatever suits. But it's usually through the website that people.
Fantastic. And what do you do in the session? If someone booked a session with you, what would it sort of entail?
So as I work as a psychic medium, light language healer, they can either book a reading, which is 45 to 50 minutes long, where we can dive into whatever is going on with you. I can bring in your loved ones in spirit if that's what you like, and just from your guides if that's what comes through. The light language healing session can also be combined with the reading, so that comes as a combo. The light language on its own is basically, I will channel the light language for a half hour, and as many beings as needs to come through comes through, and they can click, chant, tone, hum, but it's all code, it's all frequency. So you lie down for the half hour. Then when we're done, I'll call you back. We have a chat about what happened. And then what you'll find is that, like in the session, like I said earlier, I do expel a lot. It can be entities, negative energy, old patterns, sometimes old timelines bleed in as well. And that all gets cleared. But it is very potent. So you kind of have to be really ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Deep activation. It's not a relaxing kind of, you know,
Yeah.
it's quite deep.
Let's get it out.
Yeah. But it is very profound, and people have had very exciting things.
Yeah.
Session, you know.
And with your YouTube videos as well, you know, lots of people say that they've had different things going on just, you know, listening to those. So,
oh my God, like when I was putting the light language out first, I was asking for, you know, show me what it does, you know, give me some validation. We love validation. Right. And then people started to comment on the YouTube videos, and it still lifts my heart like you wouldn't believe. Sometimes I just sit down and read the comments, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
really moved, and it feels there's a kind of a surreal quality to it, because, like I said, I lived with the light language for a very long time before I felt okay to put it out there.
Yeah.
So see that happening now is like, you know, it really lifts my spirits, you know.
Fantastic. Yeah, and it's got kind of a chain reaction, hasn't it? So a lot more people are sort of developing that side of things.
Yeah, a lot of people get by watching me, and you know, other light language speakers do the same. But a lot of people, just by watching it or listening to it, find that it starts to flow through, because we all have it. It's not like unique to me or anyone who speaks it. It's a soul language, so it can come through as singing, as toning, as humming. And for some people, it can come through like signing, like come through the hands, or some people do a full body thing where it comes through the body very powerfully. Other people, symbols, they're amazing. The symbols are really activating as well. So it's very exciting. It's, you know, to really let it loose. It's the most powerful medicine for you to activate it, you know?
Yeah. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you very much for speaking with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure and very interesting. And yeah, thank you very much.